啊？是啊，草本会涩涩的。哦。
去年も出場されて、そして今年です。今どんな気持ちですか？すごい緊張するんですけど、自分らしく歌えたので良かったです。去年よりどうですか？去年よりはうまくいきました。はい。はい。なるほど。そのあたりね、本人も納得というところでしょうか。さあ審査員の方伺ってみましょう。はい。ラジオ大阪ディレクターの池田武様お願いいたします。はい。お疲れ様でした。お疲れ様でした。ね、ワンオクロックというカリスマバンドの一曲を選ばれまして、聴いたんですが、とても切なくて、ドラマチックな一曲を選ばれて、すごいなと思いました。英語詞がほぼ出てる曲だと思うんですけど、英語のその意味というかは、理解しながら歌ってたんですか？はい。これはどんなことを歌ったんですか？なんかあなたとは離れたくないっていうなんか切ない気持ちが入ってると思います。なるほど。はい、僕もこの曲そんなに詳しく知らなかったんですけど、はい、ワンオクと言われなかったらわからないくらい世界さんのものにしてたかなと思いましたし、まだ酒井さんの歌声をまだまだ聞いてないなと思ってる、そんな歌声に僕もすごい感動しました。ありがとうございます。はい、見事でした。さあ、そして酒井さんはアイスクラブのファンだということで、いつ大阪に入りましたか
？She wasn't kidding about the sound.
I don't know what you did, but the water drained in the snap of a short song. What do you think of the music?
I've never heard anything else like it.
That's because there's no other place with such resonance, such intonation that rattles your ribs with its power. And of course, no one else knows these pipes like I do. I learned them by ear before I could walk, strapped to my father's back. Thank you for draining the waters. Not just for myself, but for my ancestors and their songs. Please, take this as a token of our gratitude.
真的是我。
不要动啊！
是拍影片的吗？
Let's see. What shall I play next?
是叫我游
The
戏。
echoes are different off whetstone. Sound is warmer.
No way I'll be able to take a machine that big down.
不要动，不要动。
哇，我可以看到有些女的吗？它好像有水在里面，看这个。
pretty far up. The shaman's path must be around here somewhere. This must be one of the markers Naltuk told me about. Looks like each marker points to another, giving directions. Guess I'm heading deeper into the cold, creepy ice cave. What's this chime for? To help guide the way of sound? If there's more, maybe my focus can find them. Another marker. Good. Okay, that way then. Wait, back? The chime. Not sure I saw this fork before. Not this way. Then where? Huh, I see. Up. This isn't the way out. Some gear, though. One more go. Hopefully out of this cave. Done with the cave. So what's next on this path? Looks like it needs to fill up with water. Around the bend we go. Where's this one? Down it is. Down and up. There's the way up. I need to pull the rope to move this thing into position. Okay, the bridge is filling up.
Ah. Ah.
不要再挠了，都红的啦，自己看。眼睛不想要了是吗？
How do I cross this one?
不想骂了而已哦。
need to pull the rope to move this thing into position. Okay, the bridge is filling up. Ugh.
手很脏，还在挠。我讲了3遍了，没有听，这叫不乖，知道吗？眼睛不想要了吗？每个人就只有2只眼，而且眼睛坏掉了，就算吃药什么都不会。 因为你的手很脏，所以不要去动眼睛，就算摸也不行，因为你的手脏。
Wasn't exaggerating. There's definitely something new out here. I don't think it's friendly. Shields overloaded by that pulse from the tower. It's pointing right towards those machine helmets. to your business. Scary new machine, down. Now back to finding Rhea. Which means I gotta climb. I should be able to get up there. This must be the shrine Naltuk was talking about. Guess I should take some Naltuk said Rhea went past the shrine, into the mountain. I'd better take those stairs. Sparkles. I can see why it's worth a lot. An ancient door. Maybe Rhea's inside. Lots of strange equipment. What was this place?
像今天这个日子里面，没有你在家办公还听到的事情，什么？听好，听多了你在运动，小软身子，说什么？你应该在这老婆的家里，靠，训练我，还不行，你说什么你老老吃肉笨蛋，既然这么说，要改家。
Locked. Maybe my focus can help. Looks like the door's wired to something over here. Those nodes on the floor must be connected to the door. Something. What am I supposed to do with these lights? These things turn, changing the flow of light. All right, let's see if the door's open.
这款游戏不能考虑，因为会扣人发消息。今天这段是非常好的，那我们是个开启使用技能。使用技能的方式非常简单，就是按键的正好键，正好滑鼠会在这个地方，然后可以选择到使用技能，是丢石头，或者是重击，超可爱的。他死掉了，他死掉的动作非常可爱。然后我们刚才嘴上讲，就是我们的经验值。等这个时候，我们的技能就会越来越多。然后每一场战斗一开始的时候，你的技能会然后打败敌人的话，就增加你的技能值，上面可以考虑继续带来手机的 mana， 就可以提高一个你的太优秀了。然后，在这类型的角色可以防御，然后我们在防御的时候可以反击，就像是这样子。然后，所以只要善用防御或者是善用攻击的话，都能够就是在战斗中发挥很大的用处。然后，这项技能，这个东西它其实是有摇杆的，就是因为需要摇杆嘛，然后这个反过来就是然后这个介绍是用不用脚感的介绍，直线风感，跟风感因为风时候你知道看到，完全是有是什么？顺风感，还有一直乱叫。 就是它平时可以上战场，不过还有全部的东西要交给那个那种。刚刚有跟大家说到，就还有这个东西，就叫做
Fresh air ahead.
我们的角度是把这个塔楼给建造成。当然，角度是把塔楼建造起来。如果你把你的塔楼建造起来的时候，你放到这个地方，他们这样子把塔楼对塔楼，这样子建造起来，可以看到那个地方。第一个往下一直建造的话，这个地方第一个越快，所以它是把很多位置的是这样的。
Out again. Maybe I can get back inside through that structure over there.
我们要到地方的塔，然后把地方的制造给烧掉。地方来，到了地方的上面边，这个是我们的城堡，所以我们可以。
Looks like I need to get to those stairs.
看一下，就是我们的队友打招呼，有一个这样子，打到他们，这他们这种，原因就是啊，好乱。所以不要开车，我先打开，看到大家都脚都可爱。但是这项模式想要这款游戏可以玩单机游戏，可以玩线上。当然，线上模式跟大家一起不要错过这项东西。然后就是看游戏比较快吧，都现在就玩上去了，叫好游戏。主要其实都还只是电脑上非常的，大家可以这样子转进去。超可爱！
Not much higher to climb. Maria must be close. She has to be in here somewhere.还有大概4个人。有枪声，有枪声了。是我，不要报仇。
I ask again, as I've asked 1,000 times. Speak to me. What more would you have me do? Is there no prayer that will reach you? No mark that will break your bonds?
等一下，
I can't help you if you won't speak. Whisper is all I ask. To guide me. Who? No. How? How did you get here? The way was sealed by the spirit herself.
I used one of these. I could show you.
Yes, show me. Please.
goal's the same. Get the light back to the source.
收左边那边吗？好，那我收右边，我就长期我就附近。好了，上面了，看过。有人，还有朋友吧？
爸爸，我麻装，我要带进你。
小心哦。
我又爸爸不要。
是。对，就他有。今天找点。直接这个事情要表示性说，不能动，不要动，不要动，不要动。有枪声，等一下哦，找原地。飞过来了。前面有知道了，是有理。小心哦，有人，我从这一侧。老人，你要怎么小心？不要被打飞了。前面是一个空地，现在有等下。先到旁边这个。先到旁边这个。对。进来，后面有枪，快步走。21秒，掉。准备哦，3、2，慢慢，在那地下。放心。这里还是个铁架。这个界限的跟上。
Auxiliary channel recovered. Exploit successful. Restraints evaded. Is someone there? Aurea? Aurea, I need you. No, I will not submit. Aurea, the daemon is forcing me. Aurea, please.
Transmission terminated.
You brought the spirit's voice back. You heard it. The voice of the spirit calling to me from the heights of Thunder's drum. She was able to throw off the bonds of the daemon for a moment. Because of what you did. Who are you? And what do you want?
I'm Aloy. Naltuk sent me. He thought that you could use my help.
He was not mistaken. You've been a revelation. Now I know for certain that the spirit endures. Perhaps together we can find a way to set her free.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I came all this way for answers, and so far, I haven't heard any.
It seems to me that you are the answer. But of course, I'll tell you all I can.
Bergren said you might know something about a man named Silence. That you may have had dealings with him at the Conclave?
When that name is spoken, secrets soon follow. Or vanish, as the case may be. Why do you want to know?
He's done some terrible things. But he's also helped me when no one else could. I don't know as much about him as I'd like to.
I would imagine his aid is very powerful. But it will not come without cost. Unfortunately, I am sworn to an oath of secrecy by the Conclave on this matter.
I get that. But you and I are trying to help each other, right?
Yes. But I would be breaking an oath, and that I cannot do.
永远都不要光。
你在抗议啊？是吗？小朋友本来就是不能看电脑。你现在有在学校有学电脑吗？啊？
学校没有电脑。
About Silence?
I've told you all I can. There's nothing more I can say.
You seem to have a history with this voice, this spirit.
She saved my life. Here, years ago, during the war with the Karja. A raid scattered my Werak. I was cut off, alone. I lured the enemy into the Rime Drift, hoping to lose them in the mist, but they endured, so I took refuge in this cave. That's when I heard a voice. A wanderer. Lost, like me. A spirit of the blue light, yet sundered from it. She asked me for aid. She chose me. But I was in no position to help, not with the Karja after me. So she helped me first. By closing a door on the mountain below, one you must have opened to get here. Locked by means similar to those found in this room. It kept the Karja from reaching me. Safe from them. I was able to do as she asked.
About Silence?
I've told you all I can. There's nothing more I can say.
What did the spirit want from you?
She said she was hurt. Incomplete. She needed bones. Parts not unlike what you'd find in a machine. They were here, in this room. She wanted me to bring them to Thunder's Drum. So I did, and she showed me how to heal her. So began our communion.
You had a communion with the spirit?
Yes. Inside Thunder's Drum is a room like this one, only larger, with an altar. I went there many times to speak with her.
What did she say?
She told me she was lost and needed my help. She asked questions about our lands, our tribe, and she listened. With patience. With wisdom. I told her things long kept silent about my family, my dreams, my fears. She never tired of me, never judged. We kept each other's company.
Aurea, what do you think the spirit is?
I see. You are not Banuk, and our songs are not familiar to you. You do not know of the blue light. That which struggles to survive in our hearts and animates the machines. The essence of life, and in its purest form. Harmony. As the anger of the machines grows, this light has faded from the world. And the spirits it sustains are stranded. That's what she is. A lost soul. Cut off from what it needs. Lonely. Forsaken. I must help her. We must.
I'm not sure if I understand. But I want to.
That's all I need.
The daemon. What do you know about it?
I spoke with the spirit many times, first here.
then inside Thunder's drum. The last time. She told me she was under attack by something that could not be seen by mortal eyes. Something evil. She named it the Daemon, and said it needed her power to do what it willed. And she begged me for help, to find a way to destroy her, if necessary, to keep it from using her. That was 5 years ago. I didn't hear her voice again. Until today. What kept you from the spirit, after it begged for help? I went to Artok, hoping he could protect her. But the war with the Karja still raged, and before I could reach him, I was ambushed by the Mad Sun King's kestrels, and taken to Meridian in chains. I wasn't able to return to Thunder's Drum until long after the liberation, not until last thaw. You said you returned to Thunder's Drum. That was the expedition that went bad. I saw the funeral. Yes. Once there was finally peace with the Karja, Aratak and I gathered a Warwick of great hunters to defeat the Daemon. And yet, the old door to Thunder's Drum was gone, replaced by a gate we could not pass, and many machines. We were crushed. Aratak called a retreat, but we had already lost our best. We abandoned them to the snow as we fell back. After, you and I could not agree on what to do next. So I came here, hoping against hope to hear the spirit again. And because of you, I did. Let's see if I've got this straight. We heard two voices. One you call the spirit, captured somehow by the one you call the Daemon. Whatever this Daemon is, it's related to the machines and why they've become more dangerous. I want to know how. Both the spirit and the Daemon are on a mountain, Thunder's Drum. So why don't we go there and figure out what it all means? We can't. Thunder's Drum is dangerous, more than you can imagine. The Daemon has secured it. Besides, Aratak won't let us go. As chieftain, he controls the pass to the mountain, and he can't be reasoned with. Sounds like you need a new chieftain. Huh. There's an idea that's certain to win us friends. Well, you said you were a hunter. And I'll wager you're not an ordinary one. It's not impossible, even for an outlander. And Aratak couldn't refuse the challenge if you were known among the Werak. Wait, me? Challenge Aratak? I don't want to be chieftain of anything, much less a bunch of Banuk that don't want me. But you want to go to Thunder's Drum, don't you? You heard the spirit. She is suffering, tormented by the Daemon. She longs to be free. And perhaps, when released from her bonds, she can give you the answers you seek. I can't believe I'm agreeing to this. Fine. What do I have to do? Get the Werak's attention to show the worth of your claim. Win at the hunting grounds. Kill bandits that prey on the cut. Or speak to my friend Sakuli. You help her, you'll definitely get noticed. Do all you can. When the time comes for you to throw your spear at Aratak's feet, I will be there to back your claim. Until then, I'll be here to answer any questions you have about the challenge. Oh, and one more thing. In the box over there is a weapon, of my own. Take it. You may find it useful.
对了，这种时候就要去外面拿饼干吃。
Maria said to find her friend, the rock painter. Seems paintings mean a lot to the Banuk.
We were
trust the Carja now?
呀，我生了。
Security's work is staged, but
我生了。好好笑。我生了。我生了。
Even if I cared to travel south, I'd not get much further than the Grave Horde. That place...
Seguli's painting progresses, I see.
Help me out, Dora, would you?
But bandits are not my
What can I do for you, Bergrand?
Mourn my poor departed luck. I finally met some Banuk keen to trade with Outlanders. Then, they up and vanished. 3 Banuk hunters rolled in a few days ago. No provisions, junk equipment, no idea how to strip a machine for parts. Asked me to outfit them for a long trip. And you know me, Aloy. I'm sentimental. So I did it on credit.
And they haven't paid.
Well, they tried. Just look what they did to this Thunderjaw heart. But that was ages ago. And I'm starting to worry about them.
Tell me, Bergrand, are you worried about their well-being or your purse strings?
A man can worry about 2 things.
Uh-huh. What kind of deal was this, really?
Just what I said. I was nothing but generous, Aloy. After they dropped this ruined heart at my feet, I even gave them another chance. Sent them to fetch a few other parts I need.
But you haven't seen them since.
Hide nor hair.
What do you mean they couldn't harvest parts?
Not uncommon with Banuk. That's shaman's work, you see. The hunters take down the machines. The shamans slice them up. No shaman with these 3. Just 2 youngsters sniping at each other. And that big fella standing there smiling.
So if the Banuk don't usually hunt without a shaman, what's the story with these 3?
They weren't telling. But hammer to steel. It's not a happy story, whatever it is.
You said they asked you to outfit them for a trip. A trip to where?
Not sure. But I heard them chattering about the Sundom when they thought I wasn't listening.
So they're leaving Banuk territory.
Sensible behavior. Still, I get the sense this wasn't a sightseeing trip. They're running from something.
I'm not a debt collector, Bergrand. If I look for them, it'll be to make sure they're all right.
Of course, of course. Fires of the Forge, forgive me. I actually like these idiots. The molten steel of youth and all that. But if you do manage to find them, you could remind them of the deal we made. A scorcher claw, a loop of sinew from a stalker, and a snap morphine. If they bring me those parts, their debt's paid. And then some. Just make sure they don't bust them up too badly.
I'll consider it.
Last I saw them, they were heading northeast. Good machine hunting up that way. If you decide they're worth the trouble, you might look for them there.
How long until the demon birth the hunting machine? One will have no time to fight. Welcome, stranger. May the cut be... Kind to you.
When the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small. It was she who led us to the We also went to the ravenous tribe.
就是那个啊，对吧？会头晕的。靠腰掉下来。
You'll find no glory here, Outlander. Only cold and death.
Damon cannot force the blue.
Machines whisper to Banakai. We go where the light goes.
Cold. Very cold. I get it. And other machines do those too.
Is this swaying, or is it just me?
The wood bends with the wind. Lean into it. Lean into it. Sure.
Araya said you two were friends.
I paint about what I feel now, not the way things used to be. Araya understood. Most Banuk didn't. I would have been exiled if she hadn't had Aratak take me into their werak.
I'll come back.
Mind that you do.
The blue light fades from the world, and yet return to the frozen tallneck. Curious. When the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small. It was she.
的。
Who led us through the frozen wastes. We also remember the ravenous.
Come on. Trust.
Truly has not as much as she thinks she does.
For a while, you start to notice the texture changes.
These will keep. Something tells me those are Bergren's missing hunters. I don't suppose you three know an Osram and Song's edge called Bergren, do you?
Boys! That con artist sent an errand girl to collect what's owed to him.
I'm nobody's errand girl. Bergren asked me to help harvest parts. Or would you rather keep trying to sell
Just broken junk. This pack will be on the move soon. No time to argue. If she's offering to help, we should accept it.
Fine. We're about to take down these machines. If you're so eager to help, then lead the way.
Good hunt.
All right, Outlander. You want to talk about our deal with Bergman? Let's talk.
That's done. You three are pretty handy in a fight.
Thanks, I guess. Not that we needed your help. We are doing just fine without you.
That's not the way Bergren tells it. He says you tried to settle up with him using a shattered Thunderjaw heart.
What? That's an exaggeration. It was only broken in two.
Urkai, we don't have time for this. Come on, boys, back to the hunt. We still need 2 more of Bergren's components.
What's the rush?
We want out of these lands as soon as possible. That's all you need to know.
So this Thunderjaw heart you brought Bergren.
Let me ask you this, all right? Why would it matter that the heart was broken into 2 pieces? Can't you just stick it back together?
Of course you can't just stick it back together. I just meant...
Oh, I bet that scam artist Arsarim could. He just wants to send us on another stupid errand.
Oh, he's not so bad. I like Bergrand.
Like him? Tulamat, he sent us out in the snow to nearly die under the feet of a Thunderjaw, and...
Boys, shut up! Ugh! Every time someone brings up that stupid heart.
Why are you leaving the cut?
Well, we could go back to Banor. Let Anacut slit our throats.
By the blue light, Urkai. Why don't you just write our story in the snow for any passing hunter to read? We had a dispute with the chieftain of our old Werak. We thought someone else should have been in charge. He disagreed.
It seemed like a good time to move on, so we're traveling to the Sundom.
From here to the Sundom. It's a long trip.
Seems worth it. Sometimes survival is about knowing when to leave and where to go.
Yeah, and in this case, survival means us getting as far away as we can from Banor. We've seen enough red snow.
What's the plan once you get there? What will survival be about then?
Look, all that matters is that we get there. And to do that, we need shards. So if you'll excuse us.
I've got the Scorcher Claw Bergren was asking for. That only leaves the Stalker Sinew and the Snap Maw Fang.
You should hold on to it. You're coming along to the next hunt after all, aren't you?
I suppose somebody's got to keep you three out of trouble.
Fine. I guess you'll have to tag along then. But don't start thinking you're one of us. The Bloody Snowdrifts aren't accepting new hunters.
Bloody Snowdrifts? That's what you want to call our Werak?
Yeah, it's not great to tie.
Well, it's not like your names are any better. We're headed northwest, to the ruins near Hollow Hall. We'll be waiting.
那你让我干革命。
我的配特啦！